Today I'm going to show you guys how to open and close the Sony remote. I tried looking online to buy a new one. I believe the price were somewhere $80 to $100. So I've decided to open it up and see if I could repair it. The problem with this remote was some of the keys were stuck due to a coffee spill. That was a problem. So every time I pressed a button on the remote, the TV would not respond at all because one button was already pressed while I'm pressing the other one. So I got some basic tools together, a small flathead screwdriver, and I have another screwdriver with another small flathead screwdriver. So I took some screws off from the back of the remote. Now I'm going to pry it open. Looks fine there. Now it looks like there's some screws holding the electric board. I'm going to go ahead and remove those screws. The bolt is not a Phillips head or flathead. It rather has a star shape Torx bolt or screw that goes in. So I don't have that tool, so I'm going to use a very tiny flathead screwdriver. That seems to work well. Now slightly tap or pry open. Looks like I won't be able to. I have more screws to take off. You want to be careful when you're prying these electric board because you might scratch it or break it. So if you feel resistance, there's a possibility that there are some screws still you have to remove. Looks like I'm finding out there might be a screw in the middle. So I'm going to remove this chip. There might be a screw underneath it. Remember, you do not want to force small parts like this to do anything. You want to be as careful as possible. Alright, now I'm able to take it off. So far I do not see the coffee spills. Everything inside here looks clean. Perhaps by the keyboard. I have 4 more mounting screws to remove. Looks fine there. That's a good news. I don't want to see anything burned up. Then I would really have to go online and buy the remote. So far so good. Now let's check the keyboard. The sticky part was there. Once you move this protective cover, see what we have in stock. Alright. These keyboards, as you slightly push them down, they come right out. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you could see the brown stain. Those sticky stain was keeping the keys, when you press them, stuck in place. So it looks like I'm going to take them all out and give them a good rinse. I've tried to take those keys out, but they don't want to come out, so I'll just leave them. You see those brown stain? I gotta clean them off. So what I find easy is I put some water in a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna pour some soap in there, preferably dishwashing soap, because it has a degreasing agent. So I leave it in the bag for about an hour, let it all get soaked up. I'm trying to move it around, try to help it loose up the coffee stain. So that's what it looks like. Looks like the water got a little brownish. I'm gonna pop these open and try to clean them as well. You know what? Maybe I should just put this thing inside as well. Might be a good idea. There you go. Just get it all washed up together. This is just my way, but if you want to go ahead and use a toothbrush or something to scrub it, that's up to you. I just don't want to lose those small keys. You do not want to put that in there. So I cleaned it, I dried it. Now I'm going to put it back in place. It's kind of tricky where these keys goes, but you can't get it wrong. So as you saw, I started from the middle. It goes right in place. But these keys, they seem to be attached together in sets, so they only go one way. Even if you wanted to put them somewhere else, they won't fit because of the shape. You have different type of keys, different type of shapes. Sometime what you could do is you could turn the face cover over just to see where the keys belong, should in case you forget where it goes. So far so good. Sometimes these links they appear to go overlap each other, and they only overlap certain way. Now I have 4 keys left, and I don't know where they go, so I'm going to match the colors up with the face of the remote with the color of those keys, hoping to place them where they belong. At this stage, because of the size of these keys, I am forced to use the screwdriver to get them in place. They only go in one way, and the keys are so small it's hard to tell which way, so I'm trying either way that goes in. And they're so small to work with. looks like we got it in place. Here we go. The next step would be to put the protective cover, which working by the way, because I did not have any coffee stain on the electrical board. Sony did a good job designing this thing. So basically I'm putting it back exactly the way I found it. You do not want to lose the screws. So I had the screws nearby in a container. Now I'm going to put them back in place. All the screws that I took out, they're all same size. Very small, and you got to be very careful. It's hard to forget the steps, so if you are opening up one, try to record what you're doing, because sometimes things happen. You get a phone call, someone calls you, you leave, you forget how you took it out. Eventually you will figure it out, but it'll take so much of your time. So it's a good idea to get your camera rolling while you're doing this, or take pictures so you know where it goes. I've never opened up this kind of remote before. This is my first, and if I could do it, you could do it. And I gotta tell you, I just saved $100. And if you're watching this video, you are gonna save that $100 now that you have fixed your remote. All the buttons checked okay. I'm gonna put the chip back in place. There's two small clips that goes over the chip. If you like this video and find it useful, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. So the back plate snaps right in, and you have two mounting screws on the side. So you want to snap it in. Still checking the keys, make sure they're okay, because I do not want to open it all over again. The screwdriver I'm using has a magnet, so that was really helpful. I did not have to go looking around for the screws. Magnet came in very handy. I like to test the keys every step of the way, because I do not want to close it completely and then gotta open it again. There you go.